Good morning, everyone, and welcome to DC101. This is your hacker's survival guide to DEF CON. We're going to take a couple minutes to introduce ourselves. My name is Alethe. I am the second lead for DEF CON groups, and I'll be helping to lead and guide our conversation today for DC101. I'd like to have my panel go ahead and introduce themselves, their department or group, village that they're with, and then what they do in that.
Hi, Nina Alli. I am the executive director of the biohacking village. I do everything. There are 5 labs to it. We can talk about that later in more depth.
Of course.
I am Circuit Swan. I was Amazon V if you've been around for a while. And I'm running Diana Initiative, and we've got a quiet room, we have tour groups, and we have a discussion group room.
I'm Zziks. I've been here for 26 years. I'm a little old. I run the arts and entertainment department, so if you come out to the chill out room and you see all the fun lights and hear the fun music, that's what I do. I make loud sounds everywhere.
Great. So, as you may or may not know, DEF CON was founded back in 1993 by an 18-year-old, The Dark Tangent, as a farewell party for a friend who was leaving his bulletin board group. That was meant to be a one-off meetup in Vegas one summer, and it ended up being one of the largest conferences and the largest hacker conference in the world with over 30,000 attendees, arguably the longest running farewell party in the history of ever. And I would say a pretty awesome legacy for a BBS. So what is DEF CON? I would say it's probably a massive, chaotic, hacker-driven conference featuring talks, villages, contests, swag, merch, secret and coincidental meetups. And it's a bit of a melting pot for students, InfoSec beginners, policymakers, and even a few feds. And I'd love your perspective on that.
About the feds?
About the con. What is DEF CON?
So I was telling people the other day, I've never had a birthday party. This is the ultimate birthday party that you get all your best friends at and they pay for themselves to come. So it's not one of those foreign destination parties. Everybody is here. You get to meet the whole community. Everybody that you've met online. You get to do the things together. There's a lot of camaraderie here. And then you get to test your capabilities against them and everybody else around you.
So for me, this is the opportunity to try something new. There is going to be pretty much an expert on anything you are interested in here. And in most cases, someone is absolutely going to talk about their special interest with you, maybe more than you wanted. Go up, ask questions, and if they aren't being friendly, there's thousands of us, so just go find somebody else. It is the best place to learn, find out you like or don't like something, and then chill with friends.
I think DEF CON's really just a community. I've seen this thing grow from just a few friends to I have thousands of friends. Everyone I meet around here is a new face and a new friend. I'm an extreme introvert, and I don't like being in front of these lights now. Usually I'm in the back of the room running the audio console. But I always make new friends here, and this is one of the few places in the world where I can meet like-minded people and recharge my batteries. So this is my charging port, so to speak. My social charging port is what DEF CON is for me.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I would say I plan my entire year around DEF CON.
Exactly.
I actually write it into my employment agreements that this will be my time off every year.
I arranged my wedding around this.
So let's talk about what keeps this machine running and who the people behind DEF CON are. And I think at the very top of that, just below DT, the Dark Tangent, and the person who founded DEF CON are the DEF CON HQ staff. And those individuals are the ones who are doing a tremendous amount of work all year round to ensure that this conference happens, but they're currently doing a tremendous amount of work to get all the things in the right places right now, and we're actually missing a very key individual right now who was supposed to lead this panel, Nikita. And she is one of the core members of the DEF CON staff who help to ensure that all the things are where they're supposed to be and that the trains keep running on time. But in addition to the DEF CON staff, there are also goons, people in the red shirts with the name patches. And those goons are essentially humans who were elevated into a position where they could contribute back to the community of DEF CON and to help generate work effort towards making this conference happen. Any thing that you'd like to contribute as far as what brought you into being a goon and what that means to you?
Other than trying to make sure that we have an entire night of music and festivities, I think mostly when it comes to goons and staff, I think would be the common term for us. We're a collective of people of you. One of you out here today may become a goon at one time, and take solace in the fact that we are humans too, and we do this because we love this community.
Yeah, I can't agree more. This is my third year as a goon, and I've been attending DEF CON now for a decade.
Yep.
And what motivated me to accept the position of goon was the ability to give back to this community in a way that felt like it could never actually meet what this community has given me.
Oh, yeah.
But that's ultimately the reason why the majority of us do this, is to try to give something back to a community that has given us so much. So let's move on to the content at DEF CON and the groups that create that content. There are villages and also communities here at DEF CON. And those communities are also integral to DEF CON's content landscape. Villages are probably most well known, but recently communities became a part of this content landscape. And I'd love to hear what you have in store for this year, and also your perspective on villages and communities here at DEF CON.
So I have run a village and now a community. Up. All right, we're moving it closer. That better? Perfect. All right, I've run a village and I've run a community. And to me, the main difference is, as a village, there was something I was very specific trying to educate or share with everyone. Like, get back here. So I wanted to make sure you knew about this topic. Whereas as a community this year, it's more about how do I take a specific subset of the many of us which are here and create something for everyone to help them out. So if anybody sees these sticks wandering around, this is our tour groups. We're trying it out this year. We would love your feedback. And I know Noobs Village is trying a bunch of new stuff. Lonely Hackers is trying a bunch of new stuff, and they want your feedback too. We partner with them. We all hang out together. I don't know anything about all the villages. I know about some of the villages. My tour guides don't know anything. We're going to not know anything together and go places together, because that's what this is about. So the tour groups are not like you're going with an expert and they're going to know something. No, they know just as little as you do. And you are going to go hang out in a village together for like 30 minutes and see if it's awesome. We also have a quiet room. I know last year, myself and many other people, you come here, it is really overwhelming. We have earplugs, we have a couch, we have quiet fidget toys. Come in and just chill. We've already had people using it yesterday and this morning. So communities offer you the opportunity for a group of individuals who share something in common to have an improved experience at the con. So all you neurodivergent people, come see us.
Nice.
I have a different perspective, because of course I do. So the villages plan 360 days to set up for 2 days and have 3 days of content. I have a full-time job, and then this is the extra full-time job that ends up leading to everything that becomes this. We are industry specific, so each village has their own very thematic, very focused area. I feel like that is for me. I'm just going to say it out loud because we're all thinking it anyway. The villages tend to work together, so we all try to put some kind of fine thread between what we're doing so that everybody can walk around, have their moments together, feel what they need to feel, and understand that industries do this cybersecurity thing together. There's this cascading understanding of cybersecurity is universal and we all need to fix it, plus the industries. So I've done Biohacking Village as a lead, as the executive director for 10 years. And this is my first year as a goon because I was working with policy. And it's not necessarily been a very different experience, but there is so much work that goes into every single day of putting this conference together that there is a level of exhaustion that I have never felt before. And then you get here and people start hugging you and being like, bam, you did it. And it's that, yes, I can do this again next year. You'll regret it. 5 minutes after you're on the plane, you'll be like, I'm done, I'm out. But then you're back the next year.
Yeah, I could not agree more. There are dozens of villages and I think over 30 communities this year, which is tremendous. And it's so much content to even begin to try to touch. So for the first year, I like to recommend that everybody try to do a tour, try to check out even a few minutes of everything until you get a vibe for where you feel like you're going to find something that really sparks your interest. And then year 2 is when you try to like zero in on the thing that really fascinates you and that you want to learn more about.
I do want to say embrace the vortex. So you're going to learn about it quickly. You're going to go places, do stuff, and then all of a sudden you're going to find out time disappeared. So that's a good thing. But embrace that and just accept that it will happen. So if you have somewhere to be, set an alarm on your phone.
I often tell my boss when I get back from DEF CON, my brain is full and I need to take a second vacation because there is so much here. I have so little time dealing with arts and entertainment, but I always make a round and say hi to every village and go through and try to absorb as much as I can. And after about a couple of hours, I'm like, I need a break because there's just so much to do. And for a first timer, you can't see everything, but you need to see as much as you can. Fill your brain up, have an entire year to process all that, come back with a direct plan, like you were saying, and have a plan of attack. And that makes you part of the community for sure.
And it's absolutely okay to take antisocial floor time.
Oh, yes.
When you get back to your hotel. So leads me into my next sort of bit here, and that is tracks and what the heck a track is. So you're in a track. This is track 1. Essentially, tracks are just a stage. And so that's how we designate where different talks are happening for the main talks and the main stage here at DEF CON. Villages will also have talks. And some communities will have talks as well. A really fantastic way to figure out what is happening and when at DEF CON is to download the Hacker Tracker app and use that to not only search for things that interest you, but to also save items to your calendar and put the things that you're interested in all in your own calendar so that you know when things are happening, where to be, and you can show up on time for them. Any perspective on Hacker Tracker that you want to share?
Oh, this thing's a godsend. I when this app came out, God, how long has it been now?
Forever.
Like
Forever.
5 years? Yeah.
I think since Android started.
Yeah.
I've used it every year. We have our entire schedule in there, and to see this thing grow, and now I believe they have an emergency function if we have like an emergency alert on there.
I would super encourage you to update the app if you have it, because there is a new emergency feature in the app. So if there is an emergency, they'll broadcast it through the app to everyone and make sure you have the right information in the moment. So that is also
There have been emergencies, like in the Flamingo, all of the windows blowing out. So it's, or the storm of like locusts we had a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering why we haven't had another apocalyptic situation. Because
You're speaking.
You're going to jinx it.
It's coming. Every year it happens. So wait till tomorrow. I have a question. I need to baseline something for myself. How many of you are actually here for the first time? Woo!
Nice. Welcome.
Further than that, how many of you work in cybersecurity in some form or fashion? Okay. Like software? Hardware? IT? Embedded? Other? Okay. This is day 1, right? Are you already tired? Yeah. Yeah. She's going to talk about
you're
that
doing
part
it
next.
right. Okay. You may have heard of the 3-2-1 rule, which was a bare minimum for survival of a hacker at DEF CON. It was 3 hours of sleep, 2 meals, and 1 shower. Now, I don't recommend using this as a life guide. We've kind of modified it a little bit with some input from Nikita as well, and based on things that she's shared prior to now, to say like 6 pints of water, let's target that. We're like houseplants with complicated emotions. We need more water. And then 6 hours of sleep. Let's try to target 6 hours a night, folks, and 3 meals, and definitely that 1 shower. Because ultimately, Vegas is hot. You're going to be doing a lot of walking. If you've noticed, your step counts are going to be insane this week. Your immune systems are fragile. There are lots of other humans here. Please take care of yourselves, and don't mistreat your bodies.
We also have free COVID test kits up in Diana Initiative, so feel free to stop by. But also any Pokemon Go players, don't forget to put your eggs in the hatchers. You will hatch all your eggs.
One thing I could say is back when we had COVID and whatnot, we had the year off where we did everything remote. Everybody was required to wear masks and whatnot when they came back, and it was a little bit awkward, and we were all kind of trying to learn how to deal with post-COVID life. It's been refreshing to see everyone still wear their masks when they walk around. Do not be ashamed to wear a mask around here. If you just want to hide your face, totally fine. If you want to keep your health and your respiratory system from getting the desert gunk that's out here, please wear it. Don't worry about it. You will get con crud if you do it too hard. So I would recommend carrying a mask at least. I get it almost every year, and the years that I don't wear my mask, I'm dead to the world after DEF CON. When I do wear it, and I usually wear it during my main events, I'm usually pretty good. So bring a mask.
So there's one other thing. DEF CON is designed to mess with you. It's supposed to be cacophonous, right? There's a lot of noise. DEF CON is its own entity. It has a smell. There's a thickness to the air. There's a lot of people around you. You are not an island. You have your 1,000 whatever number of friends around here. If you're going to start walking around, one, wear the shoes that you've worn for years. Don't come over here with like, I bought these new brand new wonderful magical things. You figure they're going to fucking kill you and you're going to be so mad at yourself. 2, for real, drink water and drink the electrolytes that go in it, because by the time you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. What else? I think for me anyway,
Food, real food.
Eat something. It's hot.
With
Everybody's
protein.
here. Yes.
Cheez-Its and Red Bull is not a meal. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, ask us how we know. What, 26 years?
Yes.
I'm
know.
only at 25, but
I believe there
will
was
tell
a
you, Soylent will not cut it.
I believe there was a DEF CON, it was like 13 or 14, and for my department, I bought a case of Red Bull. My entire department didn't touch one. I finished the whole case off by Friday morning. I hurt my kidneys that year, but I learned the lesson. Don't drink Red Bull for all of DEF CON. That's a bad idea.
So real quick, I do want to make sure everyone's aware of a couple of things. And in the interest of time, so we can get to questions, I might run through these a little quicker. But essentially, be aware of the code of conduct. Essentially, be excellent to each other. Be also aware of the photo policy. Please ask people before you take pictures of them. Some people may not be okay with having their picture taken, and you just want to make sure that before you snap a picture that everybody in the shot is okay with it. There is one exception to the photo policy, and that is if a goon is misbehaving, they do something that is un-goon-like behavior, you are permitted to take a photograph of that goon to submit a complaint against that goon.
I'm also going to add, if you look, there's these Velcro things on their badges. Take note of that. That is a unique identifier for them here, and that can help you if you need to report anything.
Good call out. Thank you. Yes, every goon has a unique handle, and that is on their patch. So if you can get that name, that it will also suffice.
Also, if you end up drunk on the floor, don't ask me how I know. They will help you get some water, get up, and get moving again.
Otherwise, the goons are there to help. If you have a problem, if you need to find something, if you are lost, the goons can at least help find the information if they don't know the answer. And if you are super lost and having a crisis, there is the DEF CON hotline. That number is on cards in most of the restrooms around LVCC. You may have already seen them, but feel free to contact them if you need support, mental health wise or otherwise. They are very kind people who are very well trained, and they can help. Also, please respect this venue. We are new guests at LVCC. They were kind enough to take us in when Big Bad Casino kicked us out. So we cannot stick things on walls or in elevators or on anything that is property of the convention center. Please use the sticker walls for your stickers, and just in general, be kind to the venue. Finally, before I throw it to the rest of the panel, I just want to mention that DEF CON groups exist. And what DEF CON groups are groups that exist all over the globe. We have over 300 currently that are run by local points of contact in those local areas. And essentially what a DEF CON group is a meetup that occurs usually once a month, run by that local point of contact to collect DEF CON interested folks in the same place to have what amounts to a baby DEF CON-esque meeting on a more regular basis than once a year. So if you're interested in learning more about DEF CON groups, you can go to defcongroups.org, or you can come to the DEF CON groups community. We are in W237 all weekend, and I'm happy to share more about those groups and help you find your local group if there is one.
I can go. So the other part of this is that each village, and I think communities as well, we make our own badges. So DEF CON has their badge, and then the villages have their own badges, and it's very much in tune with what their industry focuses on. And there was one more thing that I can't remember now.
It'll come back.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
If you're looking for the badges, hashtag badge life. Also, someone did start a spreadsheet on Reddit. So I don't know how up to date it is. But things in general, if you don't already know it, I don't think I see any small people in here. But if you are 18 and under, there is actually specific activities for you. They are awesome. They're working with all the villages. It's not like you're going to be cordoned off. It is not a babysitting service, but check out DC Next Gen. If you're between 18 and 21, there is tons of stuff to do that is not drinking. There is a lot of drinking around here, but that is not what this is about. And if somebody pressures you, yeet them into the sun, okay? And then if you are over 21, be nice to the youngins. We want them to stick around and be safe, okay? Yeah?
Yeah. I think for what I'd have to add to all this is everyone here doesn't know each other, but we are all part of a community. And with that, don't be afraid if you hear a conversation in a line when you're in, line con number 347,000 here. If you hear a conversation in front of us and it's something that interests you or it's a joke or whatnot, engage with them. That's why we're all here. We're all here mostly for socializing. And I've met more friends. In fact, I'll tell a little story here today. So DEF CON has a bunch of hotel rooms over at the Rio, and they're very giving for us, and they give us a hotel room for those of us that are from out of town. I met a human, one of you guys, over there this morning, and he had a giant backpack on with a skeleton, like a mock skeleton, in high heel shoes laced through his backpack. And he had a rubber chicken, and every time he walked, it would squawk, walk, 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 all the way through. And I just happened to be walking next to him, and he's like, hey, how do I get to the LVCC? I'm like, well, if you trust a goon, I'll give you a ride. And I made a new friend today. And I gave him a ride, dropped him off here, and he got his badge. And he may be in the audience. He may be somewhere else right now. But I made a friend for 5 minutes, and I got to know his story. And that's really what DEF CON is. It's about getting all of our stories together and socializing. Don't be afraid to talk.
Yeah, and I would also add that all of us still feel like noobs.
Oh, yeah.
All of us. We all have massive imposter syndrome. And so don't feel like you're alone. We're similarly lost. This is only our second year in this venue, and everything moved between last year and this year.
Yeah, I'm 26 years on. I'm still terrified to talk to people, but I know at least for one weekend a year, I can go up to a complete stranger and engage in conversation. And that's what I love here.
It's probably too late for this year, but make a silly sticker. It is a instant conversation starter. Just walk up and offer someone a sticker.
Yeah, absolutely. If you find a village or community that you find your tribe in that setting, I would encourage you to find ways to volunteer for next year, link up with the folks that are running that, and try to find folks that you can connect with, because I know I've found some of my most close friends here, people that I talk to now throughout the year, and just this is my, this is like a family reunion, not a...
I met my wife here.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, with Arts and Entertainment, we have a resident DJ, Miss Jackalope. I met her back in 2000 when she just started playing DEF CON through a friend. And things blossomed over a number of years, and we've now been married 12 years.
I think there's a video on the archives of Renderman and I playing Hacker Ethical Survivor on the tent on the roof at DEF CON 9. And that's the first record of us meeting before we got married. Anyway, questions, maybe?
Questions? Yes. You can probably do the microphone just to make sure we can all hear it. Yes, thank you.
Is there a way in the app?
Yes.
Yes, as I'm trying to figure out all the billion things I want to do, is there a way in the app to tell which sessions are recorded and which ones are not?
We kind of had this conversation yesterday. For the most part, the main DEF CON creator stages and tracks are recorded. You can be pretty certain that those are recorded. When it comes to villages and communities, I would ask them directly whether or not they're recorded, and you can ask a goon if you're unsure and they can check, but I'll find out and I'll try to put that out on social today.
Awesome.
Because I'm not sure which ones are and which ones aren't when it comes to the villages and communities.
Thank you.
For the villages that are having them on this stage, those are recorded. If they're doing it in their village, that becomes the weird moment.
It's specifically called, I think, creator stage.
I think
something.
there are creator stages; those are recorded. But if they're doing it in the actual
village.
space, then
That's where it's
could
iffy.
be hit and miss.
So if it's a track number, recorded. If it is a
Creator
creator stage, it's recorded. If it's in a village, you're going to have to ask for right now.
That's the only way I could see any of this, honestly, is if I go onto media.defcon.org and download the talks from throughout the years. I'll go onto the YouTube channel. I'll watch them throughout the year because I literally have no time.
Yeah, well, and you'll find that there's so many things that you want to do that either they overlap directly or you just can't get from one side to the next before the next thing starts. But I would absolutely encourage you to attend as many of the live sessions as you can, because you've got that opportunity to interact with the speakers and ask questions. And sometimes recordings don't always come out.
You've got to connect on a human level. DEF CON through the internet is nowhere near DEF CON in life. So definitely connect in real life.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm very interested in the village tour. How do I connect with that? Could you explain that again for me? Thanks.
So in Hacker Tracker, all the tours are there. I think I asked DevNull to put them under miscellaneous. So if you look for Diana Initiative and then you filter down to type miscellaneous, every half an hour, there's going to be someone with one of these sticks over in the main south entrance waving it around and shouting a village name. And then you're going to go there together if there's anyone. It's not like the most genius plan. I literally hatched it and was like, everyone okay with this? And no one in the thing that we used to organize called Basecamp objected. So I'm like, haha, I'm doing it now.
And can you just dive in to a tour mid-tour?
Yeah,
see the
like if
sign
you
walking
just
by?
randomly want to follow it around, we'll take ducklings. Any ducklings, come hang.
Any other questions, comments,
Dad jokes.
heckling?
I'll take a heckle.
What's the year zero advice you wish you got?
Yeah. Anything we missed? Yes.
Got one here.
No heckling coming from me. Just a quick question. So I've heard from goons that there will be a badge shipment. I've heard from goons that they're definitely not getting more badges. It seems that there are definitely folks on both sides of the spectrum. Just wondering if you guys have any insight.
Right. So the current best knowledge that we have from the leads of the registration department is a shipment is expected. However, we can't commit to a time for delivery yet. When that happens and the badges are delivered and they are ready to be swapped, that information will be coming out on DEF CON official social media. So look to Mastodon and to the official socials of DEF CON, and that'll be the place where that's communicated first.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else, or we can release you into the wild?
I mean, I'm just going to do 2 more plugs.
Okay.
Info booth. They're all around. If you have a specific question, I mean, you can ask a goon, but they are usually busy. So go to info booth. And also, if you have a question, before you go to info booth and before you go to a goon, please download Hacker Tracker and look in there. That's it.
I'll do a couple plug. Oh, go ahead. After you.
Go to the villages. We put so much work into this. Plus, we have
Absolutely.
cool badges. Plus, we do cool shit. Just go talk to us. We're super open, and we want you to be there. Like, come have conversations with us.
Also keep in mind that all the communities, all the villages, these organizations are separate from DEF CON. They all put their own money, their own time, their own effort into bringing this all together and bringing it here and presenting it. So it is a huge undertaking. It's very expensive, and it is a labor of love. Lots of blood, sweat, and tears went into all of this that you see here. Also, be kind today because some things may not be where they are expected to be, and they should be there by tomorrow, but have some grace and patience. Also, take care of yourselves, drink your water.
Yes, please drink water, stay out of the sun. The couple plugs I have, obviously, is for our night events. You may see some people walking around passing out little laminate flyers that have the schedule of all the arts and entertainment stuff. That'll be happening in the chill out room. Our doors are at 8 p.m. Some good music, sit there and socialize. A lot of people come in, watch a couple DJs, then they stand outside and it's a party. There are hundreds of parties around here. Most of them, 99.9% of them are open to you. You have a badge, you're allowed to get in. So please come, decompress, enjoy some music, enjoy some socializing. It is definitely worth the time and the effort to come here for after hours. Secondly, I'm going to plug my friend Rusty. He runs somafm.com. It's a 24/7 music streaming service, completely listener supported, commercial free radio. They have their own channel, DEF CON Radio, on there. So if you go to somafm.com, anytime throughout the year, help support him and all the music that he has. I mean, his collection of music is just insane. I love Rusty to death. Great guy. You'll see him just outside of the merch here. He'll have a stage. He'll be playing. Go say hi. And yeah, please enjoy the after hours events. We work like you were saying earlier, I spend a lot of money, my own personal money, to buy gear to make sure that this works. DEF CON buys even more gear to make sure all this works. And we would really appreciate you guys coming out and having a good time.
Thank you. And you all very much belong here. So thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing some time with us today. And if you have any questions, look for the folks with the red patches. They can help.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Oh no, you got her.